quitting my safe life because I'm tired of living someone else's idea of success. If you're also feeling stuck and unsure and feeling like you're living someone else's dream life, then stick around because I'm going to drop all of my secrets, all of my tips. Follow me on this journey as I go from the safe life to living my soul-led life. Today is actually my 10-year publishing anniversary. That's right, I am an author. I'm actually a USA Today bestselling author, but I have given up that entire lane of my life. Not completely. What does that mean? So let's roll back the clock a little bit here. July 25th, 2015, like I said, 10 years ago today, I published my very first novel, and I had no idea what I was doing. I actually started writing as a challenge to myself to see if I could write a book. I'd never written a book before. I had started writing though when I was probably 6-7 years old, writing little short stories, scenes, starting chapters. I have journals and notebooks full of half thought out ideas. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see what happens. I wanna know if I can actually write a book. That was my only goal in the beginning. And then I did it. And it was exciting, and I was so proud and couldn't believe that I did it. I kept doing it because it got addicting to me. The late nights and the quiet, I would literally not go to bed until like 4 a.m. sometimes because I was glued to my keyboard, fingers flying, getting all those words out there. It was a high for me that I had never experienced before in my life. I had chosen romance as my genre. I loved writing love stories. I mean, in general, romantic comedies have always been my go-to movies. Those and thrillers. I love a good thriller. Romance has always been what I've been drawn to. And I didn't realize at the time what I was so drawn to about it. I mean, even as a child with Disney movies, we always want the prince to, get the poor girl and them to run away together and have a happily ever after. And I wanted that in my books too. But all of this came to head when my husband asked me for a divorce. Now, I had been married since I was 18 years old. I was in a 15-year marriage, and I completely fell apart and I had no idea how to respond. I dropped and sank into a black hole, and I didn't think I was ever going to come out of it. I wanted nothing to do with romance. I gave that up completely, writing stories. It was gone from me. I had zero passion for it. And it was at this time that I went down this spiral of a lot of really unhealthy outlets. I turned to alcohol a lot, which I am not proud of. For the first time in my life, I was actually dating. Because like I said, I got married when I was 18. I met my husband when I was in high school. I'd never gone on a date before outside of with my husband. And so then I started dating, and I was realizing very quickly, as most people probably do, dating life is not for me. Did the apps, did all the things. It was awful. But it was part of my journey. And I realized that I had to take the time to heal myself, to dig deep down inside myself, find out who I am, which, by the way, I still don't know. I have a better idea than I did before. But like I said, we're on this soul-led journey together. We're gonna find it out together. We're gonna find out who I am. You guys are hopefully gonna find out who you are. I'm really, really excited for this, like crazy excited. I have so many ideas of stories that I want to tell you guys about, of documenting this journey. It's so exciting. And one thing I realized through, took a long break from dating. I think I took about, I say long break, but I think I took about 6 to 8 months where I deleted all the apps from my phone. I decided to start doing some shadow work, really diving deep on myself and figuring out where I'm at in life, what my purpose is. What am I even doing here? Through that journey and self-discovery, I realized that I chose to write romance novels, when I decided that this was my genre of choice, I was still chasing that high, that happily ever after. I was still chasing that, high intense passionate love that you see in the movies where you know, you guys know what I'm talking about, because that was something that I didn't have in my marriage. Yes, my ex-husband and me loved each other, but we weren't passionate about each other. And so having love for each other and living like you're essentially roommates for a 15-year marriage, it's not good for anybody. And I am glad that he said something, that he decided that enough was enough, that we can't keep doing this to ourselves. Because if I'm going to be honest, we'd probably still be in the same spot, unhappy, married, but staying together because it was easier. Because let's face it, ending a marriage, breaking up, splitting up a household, that's not easy. And frankly, it's probably one of the hardest things I went through. But yeah, that divorce, it made this hiatus start, and it made me want to kind of go back to square one, figure things out, and realize, is this what I want to do? Am I this creative person? Do I want to be writing for the rest of my life? For the duration of my marriage, well, after I had my daughter, our daughter, I was a stay-at-home mom, and that was what kind of spurred me to start writing in the first place. I was using it as an outlet, and I ended up having to put that off to the side because suddenly I don't have a partner with another income coming in, so I had to find a day job. Fortunately, I had previously a part-time bookkeeping job. Magic gods, whatever, angels shining down on me. I was able to get a associate accounting job at a corporation where I work, at a corporation local to me. And so I was able to get a stable job, a stable paycheck that worked for me. You know, I was still not in the greatest place. I mean, mentally for sure, but financially, it gets me close enough to pay my bills, I guess you should say. It's not the greatest. I still work that 9 to 5. I'm not going to say much about it, but that's not my purpose in this life. I have always said repeatedly, I don't want a job. I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want someone to tell me what my self-worth is, you know, monetarily what I'm worth, telling me whether or not I'm doing a good job, telling me whether or not I deserve a promotion, whether or not I deserve a raise. That's not me. I want a career. I want a career of my choice. I want to be the CEO of my career, and I want to tell myself what I'm worth, because I know I'm worth a hell of a lot more than what I'm currently at. And I'm also not helping people. And that's part of my journey, my soul-led journey, the path that I am on, is I want to help others. I want to share my story. I want you guys to follow along and watch my journey. And I want to inspire you to find your soul purpose, to find the journey that you're supposed to be on, to find your happiness, the confidence, the self-worth. That's really what I'm called to do. Like, yes, I am a storyteller, I am a creator, but I also want to help people, like in a big way. I'm literally getting butterflies in my stomach as I'm saying this, because I am so excited to go on this journey with all of you, share these stories, share part of myself with you guys. This is kind of the most exciting and scary thing I have ever done in my life. And amazing, and all in the best way possible. But rolling it back a little bit, I finally found that amazing, passionate, full-blown, loving relationship. I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years now, and it has been the best relationship of my life. I didn't even know that things could be this way. It's incredible. So I'm no longer hunting down for that romance, for that happily ever after, for that Disney fairy tale. And if I'm being honest, I'm no longer craving to write romance either. And part of me kind of felt weird about that, because like I said, this has been a 10-year journey for me, 15 novels. I'm not leaving romance behind, or should I say, I'm not leaving love stories behind, but I'm not called to focus on that. And what I really want is I want to dive into women's fiction. I want to write women-led stories. I want to write inspiring women. I have had so many, oh my God, I'm getting the butterflies again. I've had so many ideas coming to me that I just keep writing down. I don't even know where I'm going to start. And that's part of the excitement and the fun about all of this. And I cannot wait to, update you guys and share where I'm at. And finally, after this long hiatus, come back to the publishing world, put something out there. I am in the process of rewriting my life. I am rising above from the person who I thought I was supposed to be and becoming the person I know I am. And it's amazing. It's so excited. And this channel, gotta tell you, it's gonna be messy because this girl over here is a hot mess. I might look all beautiful and polished and great right now, but this isn't gonna be my everyday. I will come to you always authentically myself, and the good, the bad, the ugly, we're gonna go through all of it. Like I said, there's no perfection here. I'm not perfect. I know you guys aren't perfect. So we're doing it. And like I said at the beginning, if you are stuck, you're not alone. I have spent so much time focusing and thinking over and over and over again, there's got to be more to life than this. There has to be more to me waking up every single day, going to a job that does not inspire me, is, it's paying the bills, but other than that, I'm not getting anything out of it. Only having my weekends free and then repeating the cycle over and over and over again, never moving further forward, have felt stuck. And I finally said, enough is enough. So come sit with me every Friday, because I'm going to be uploading videos every Friday. If you feel called to, I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to comment down below and share your story, any part of your story that you want to share with me. I will be reading comments. I will be replying. Like I said, I want this to be a community. I don't want this to be a one-sided thing. I am so excited to meet all of you. I am so excited for all of you to meet me. And I can't wait to see where this journey takes us all. We don't get a do-over in life, but we do get to write the next chapter. So, like I said, come join me. Let's write this next chapter together.